Hello, everyone. It's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. So Aptera released their January update, which is there's been a kind of a dearth of Aptera news lately, and so finally we get some news from Aptera. It's news that we kind of already knew about the CTNS partnership, but we have some details about what it is. About a month ago, we put out this video about the CTNS deal where there was a deal worth about $15 million, and we talked about what CTNS was and speculated on the details, but now we have some more details from them. And so what we found out is that CTNS is going to be their battery pack manufacturer. So they're going to manufacture the battery pack for them. Now, this does not mean that CTNS makes battery cells. So CTNS does not make the cells, they make the battery packs. And evidently, they're one of the largest battery pack manufacturers for the robotics industry in Korea. So they're a little bit of a bigger player than I initially thought when I researched them. They seem like they were a bit of a startup and that they didn't have too much capital, but maybe they have more capital than we envisioned, than we knew. And so I think what's going on is if you read their release, they're saying that this is made possible by the grant from the California Energy Commission and the Clean Transportation Program. I believe what's going on is they're using that money to start a factory in America near Carlsbad with CTNS, basically bringing their expertise on building the assembly line and sourcing the robots and the machines to build battery packs. What they said in this video is that CTNS is going to build the first 100 or so battery packs in Korea. And then as they're building the battery packs in Korea, they're going to concurrently open up a joint venture to start a battery pack manufacturing company in Carlsbad. I believe that this serves a couple of purposes. One, my guess is that CTNS wants to break into the US market. And they see that with the Inflation Reduction Act, America is starting to put in some protectionist policies such that they get incentives only if the battery packs are made in the United States and the supply chain is more aligned with the United States and its allies. So CTNS is thinking, well, we're going to build a battery pack manufacturing plant in Carlsbad with Aptera. We'll have a first customer, and then together they can maybe source out to other micro mobility or even maybe to full-size car battery packs. And Aptera, this joint venture might be like a subsidiary of Aptera. I'm not sure what the details are. If I get the chance to ask them, I will. I'm not sure that we're going to get details on that, but I'll certainly ask. But that's my guess, is that CTNS wants to break into the North American market, the US market, and then building this joint venture gives them the kind of a foothold in the market and also gives them a guaranteed customer in Aptera. And then what Aptera gets out of this is they get expertise, they get people that know about building battery packs and know how to set up assembly lines for them. And so it's kind of like a win. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. It's sort of like their relationship with CPC. CPC knows how to build these CFSMC bodies. They know how to press them out. They know how to mill the dies and to validate them. So they're partnering with people that know what they're doing in these respects. And in one way, you can think of it as so like Fisker and Lightyear, when they were still around, they were just using a contract manufacturer. So a contract manufacturer was doing all the work for them. Aptera is basically using a lot of subcontractors, sort of like contract manufacturing, but Aptera still controls the entire package. You have CPC making the body and the chassis. You have Alafe making the motors. You have CTNS making the battery packs, but Aptera is still kind of in control of the package together, and they're going to do, like the engineering part of it and things like that. And Chris also said that that's the plan with CPCs. The eventual plan with CPC is to onshore the making of the bodies and chassis. I believe that is a longer term plan, because obviously the capex for making, like, you getting those huge presses to do CFSMC, that's just going to take a lot of money. But that is their eventual goal. In terms of the battery packs, they're going to make those right away. Um, in So that's kind of cool. That's the first time we've seen like the swivel wheel pants coming in. And so this is definitely an updated animation. So you see right here. So this is the wheel pants, and you can see the swivel mechanism right here. But yeah, their plan is to bring the CPC um, manufacturing uh, to stateside and have that domestically produced at some point. And perhaps CPC will continue to make the bodies for the European market, or maybe even, the Middle Eastern market, or whatever, that region. But North America, they're kind of on board that. Again, that's going to be a long-term plan. The battery packs, that's a very short-term plan. They plan on onshoring the battery packs almost immediately. So I think they're going to be building the assembly line at the same time that they're building the battery pack. So I think, yeah, so there's a swivel coming in. That's really cool. I think that what this means is, we know that this happened a month ago. Yeah, so you see here, CTNS is not very old. They're only like 6, 7 years old. So they're not very old. So the fact that they're involved in that many projects over there already is a good sign. And they are putting in $5 million into this joint venture to make the assembly line. I think that's a very smart move on Aptera's part that reduces their capital expenditures. CTNS is basically funding that assembly line, and I think some of the California grant is funding that assembly line and that joint venture. So Aptera does not have to put out that much money, because money is like kind of the lifeblood of any startup, and they need to conserve as much liquidity as they can. So they're leveraging the grant and CTNS's $5 million to build out that battery pack. But there's a cool view of the bottom of this thing, and I don't really know. In the graphics, they don't show any of the internals; they just show the structural parts. So you don't really know how the belly cooling thing works still, and still very interested in that, and hoping to get that interview with the thermal management engineer at some point, and that would be great. But I think that this is going on a month, so I'm hoping CTNS is building these packs already. Yeah, so here we go. Like, the pack is right here, and so there should be some kind of cooling system between the pack and the belly. I'm assuming the belly is some kind of metal, aluminum, or something like that, because there isn't very good thermal transfer through composites. So as far as I know, so I don't think that would be this. I would think that this would have to be some kind of metal, and there needs to be something in there. But of course, you're in this. They're just showing a lot of the structural parts. You don't see any of the electrical or cooling tubes or anything in any of these animations. But I'm hoping CTNS has been making these packs over the past month, because if they're gonna make a PI build soon, they need to be those need to be done. I was really hoping that there would be a PI build sometime in January, but that seems unlikely at this point. I've been reaching out to them and asking when the CPC bodies will be in, so at least I can go down and film that for you guys, and then have a visit. Because we've been trying to set up this visit. I've been trying to go down there in November, and they got pushed back. December was just too busy for everyone. And then I was thinking sometime in January I would go, but looks like the bodies aren't in there yet. So I'm just gonna. I think there's nothing for me to show you guys if I go there now. But if I would just really like to time it for when they have the CPC bodies in, or maybe the battery packs from CTNS, or something tangible, so we can go see that, and and check that out. But anyways, I think Aptera is making a lot of good moves, really smart moves in terms of conserving their liquidity, their liquid capital, and leveraging other people's expertise, and finding partners that are good at what they do. And so they've got CTNS, who knows how to make battery packs, knows how to make battery pack assembly lines, and knows how to make factories to make those battery packs. And then this helps CTNS as they get a foothold in the US market. And then again, same thing with CPC. So very positive news. And I think that's uh, after some couple of weeks of radio silence because of the holidays, I think this is some good news for all of us. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and have a great day.